Hello guys, Zennosh here and welcome to Exos Heroes, and today in this video let's talk about the new Eternal Bond series that has provided us an option to pick either Gold Fate Core April on the left or the Gold Fate Core Rera on the right. And now the main question is, who are we supposed to select, right? So let's get this started. If you are a beginner, then I would highly recommend you guys to go with the Gold Fate Core Rera, or let's say the Marine Hawk Rera. Please do pick her, okay? Why? Because he's a great unit in both PvE as well as the PvP contents, and she's totally future-proof as well, meaning like even if you are kind of heading towards the late game contents, she's still gonna be a really great help out there. Anyways, first let's start talking about her PvE aspects, okay? As she's a fast guarding unit, as a beginner you will be able to clear so many contents by soloing her. Yes, you heard me right. No other units needed, just her in the team. And you will be able to get really good clearance out there in the story contents until chapter 10, no problem at all. Why? Thanks to the Dragon Blood effect, Wrath effect, and the Dragon Scale effect, she will not only be able to tank a lot of incoming damage, she's also going to be able to counter the opponents with massive, amazing nuke. Yes, you heard me right. The Wrath can really hurt the opponent real bad. And thanks to the Dragon Blood stack, higher the stack, the better the damage from the Dragon Wrath, and the better the defense from the Dragon Scale barriers. So it's just too good. And now when we are considering the Gemini standard battles or the PvP contents, her attack speed is the best, okay? And when it comes to this Guardian Star effect right over here, her attack speed is even further boosted by 32 points, making her the fastest unit in the game. So whenever you are looking for any kind of fight in the Gemini standard battle, you usually can expect your Marine Hawk Rera to go first, and that actually can allow you a lot of liberty in picking or cherry picking those kind of opponents that you just want to knock them down right away. Her first active skill only requires 1 mana, meaning like it's kind of really easy to spam her fast active skill, right? And the second thing is that like it deals 300% damage to one enemy, which is so good. It's a really good nuke indeed. And on top of that one, she can grant herself with the status effect immunity for a total of 12 turns, which is insane. And thanks to that status effect immunity, she's not gonna be inflicted by any kind of status effects, like let's say provoke or any kind of other status effects that could actually hinder her performance in the battlefield, which is just too good. And thanks to the bite effect, if you have Fate Core Battery in the team with that Tranquil Mark effect, you will be able to deal even more heavy damage to the opponent. So there's even bonus damage attached to this skill out here, and that actually makes her a very deadly unit indeed. And even looking into your second active skill, this is a very infamous, or let's say a famous skill that can actually kill a lot of opponents in just one shot. It's a burst effect, meaning like even if she has like any kind of extra mana, more than like 3 mana, or let's say she has got 5 mana, 7 mana, or 10 mana, she's gonna use all the mana that she has in order to deal even more higher damage to the opponents out there. And there's also this bite effect out here as well, and so much more. So with all these things combined, she is definitely a killing machine. That's how good she really is. When we are looking into the late game contents, she might have this reduced performance in the PvE contents, but when you are considering the Devastator battles, she's still gonna be the top tier unit, and most of the players really do consider her as one of the most OP or broken unit in the game thus far. Okay, that's how good she really is. So as a beginner, I highly recommend you guys to go with, or let's say to pick Marine Hawk Rera or this Gold Fate Core Rera, because you just cannot go wrong with her. She is really fabulous, really amazing, must get, must have. Okay, now that said, if you already do have Marine Hawk Rera, or let's say this Gold Fate Core Rera, through reroll, through any kind of other possible ways, even as a beginner, then you can totally go with the Gold Fate Core April, because she's not a general. Any kind of extra dupes that you have with her is not gonna be allowing you guys to have a really big, or let's say a very significant type of performance boost. Okay, in the late game contest, definitely you need to transcend her in order to improve the element enhancement and so much more. Okay, but it's for the later contents. All right, no need to really super focus onto that part as of now. It's actually gonna cost you a lot of resources and so on and on. It's for the later future. Okay, and anyways, if you have like normal Rera popping out in the summons, you can still use that particular dupe, you know, to just like boost her. Okay, so no need to worry about that one. And that is the reason why, if you already do have the Gold Fate Core Rera, you can totally go and pick the Gold Fate Core April, and she's a really amazing unit. I would say she's the core member of the Lenom team. Okay, she actually allows your Lenom team formation to actually deal a lot of damage against your opponents out there. She's a really good healer as well on the top of that one. So look at this right over here. Heals a lot of SP of the allies, and based on the mana that they have in that time of healing, they can actually receive even more additional healing out there, which is so good. And she has a really good cleanse. And the next thing is going to be her fast active skill that can even silence the opponents out there for a total of 6 turns. That is so good, and it's an AoE effect as well. All right, that is awesome. Meaning, like, if your opponents are silenced, they will not be able to use their first active skill or the second active skill, and they will be rendered pretty much nearly useless. Okay, just with the basic attack, they will not be able to do much harm to you guys. Okay, now that said, it's her passive effect that actually makes her so good indeed. This sound fever that keeps on improving the attack speed of all your allies, which is so good. I mean, like, all your back row allies, sorry about that, all of your back row allies, and that can actually allow your offensive team, or let's say your DPS units, to have very higher speed, and that can actually allow your team to keep on pushing out a lot of DPS against your opponents. And this is too good. She needs to be paired up with the Raquel or Faker Raquel though. All right, so please try to use them together. Faker Raquel and Faker April are, like, they are very amazing team indeed. Anyways, the next one is going to be the Encore Stays. Heals 1% of health to all allies upon dying. So even if she's dying, she's really providing a lot of like, boost right over here. Fan service. Disheartened front row enemies, which is not a really big problem. Okay, it's easy to apply the disheartened effects on the front row enemies, usually because your Raquel, who is the one who is actually going to inflict the disheartened effect on the opponents, like, your Raquel needs to have higher attack stats compared to your opponents, and the front row units usually are the defensive type units, and defensive type units really do not have a lot of attack stats, right? So you can actually take that factor in your advantage, and you can easily inflict the opponents with the disheartened effects automatically. All right, and those enemies are going to be receiving 40% increased damage, and all damage against the targets are applied as the piercing damage. So there we go, such an amazing effect right over there, allowing your Lenum team to become even more offensive. Lenum teams are kind of like really known for their offensive aspect, and with this particular fan service effect, you are even more offensive. That is just too good indeed. All right, so with all these effects out here, Fate Core Aprilia is a really amazing choice if you are actually trying to build your Lenum Nation team formation. All right, so anyways, that's said, definitely the first priority should really go for the gold Fate Core Rera. If you still don't have her, please try to pick her right away. You just cannot go wrong. And if you already do have the gold Fate Core Rera, then please try to go with the gold Fate Core April. And if you already do have gold Fate Core April, then go for the gold Fate Core Rera. It's more of a, like, collection purpose rather than getting the dupes and try to improving them. Okay, no need to actually really be that focused in getting the dupes. And what if you actually already do have gold Fate Core April and gold Fate Core Rera, like me? So what you got to do is that, like, at this time, you definitely need to pick the gold Fate Core Rera, okay? Because, like, you will be needing this dupe in order to Fate Core fusion her, so that you can provide her extra attack speed or extra bonus stats that can actually allow her to be a little bit more competitive compared to other Fate Core Rera. Okay, so what if in a battle, in the 7 standard battle, you also have gold Fate Core Rera, and also the opponent also have the gold Fate Core Rera? In that certain situations, it actually depends upon, like, how much you have really upgraded your gold Fate Core Rera. That is the one who is going to go first, right? So gold Fate Core fusion can actually provide you those extra stats that can actually allow you to dominate your opponent. And that's it and done. That is it for today. What do you guys think about my insights right over here? If you have any kind of further questions, queries, insights, feedbacks, opinions, please do let me know in the comment section below. And if you really do love this video, please do hit that like and subscribe button right away. It really means a lot to me. All right, and that said, see you guys in the next video.